We got a brand new look at Marvel's Avengers thanks to a new trailer that showcases the menus, multiple new outfits for Iron Man and also co-op gameplay for the first time. I will tell you everything you need to know right here, so let's get into it. Would of course be nice if you could leave a like on the video as it shows your support. And let's go. We already know the story by now, right? Everything went wrong on A-Day thanks to an explosion. You got Taskmaster kind of setting the Avengers up, and then the explosion goes off and the Avengers are blamed for the events and also blame themselves, so they stop working together. Then 5 years later we got Ms. Marvel, who wants to reassemble the Avengers and convince them that it's not their fault, and also that the new AIM organization that is now set to protect the world with their AI is not to be trusted. And they are actually against the idea of superheroes as well, so that's a good reason for us to break a lot of their robots. We actually see some new gameplay right here of a single player mission with Kamala Khan being attacked by the AIM robots. And then a scene where she's performing this super jump in a mountainy area close to what becomes the base of operations, aka the hub area of this game. And this is actually a scene I saw back at Gamescom, where we have Tony walk up to the war table with Bruce and Black Widow next to it. And as I said before, here we actually see Bruce, while out in the field you are likely always controlling the Hulk. So from this war table you can select missions in the different regions. We briefly see two different regions, the Northwest Wilderness and the American Southwest, with the amount of missions available and an outpost that we can likely do too. Overall, there are two types of missions. Campaign missions that are single player only and where the game picks what character you are going to play. And then we also have the Warzone missions that you can also play solo, but also with up to 4 players online. And here you can actually pick any hero you want. And here we immediately see the RPG elements too, with rewards that you get for completing this activity, like a guaranteed rare gear reward and a random gear item based on the performance. We also see that the mission has a required level of 18 and we can select the difficulty 2 per mission. I will take a look at the gear menu in a second, but first let's take a look at the first ever Warzone mission gameplay. First you fly to the mission. We actually see that a party in this game is called a strike team, and then bam, you are inside the mission and you got Iron Man flying around and Thor there too. So while in the A-Day demo on the bridge it was on rails, like Iron Man was automatically flying forward and you were just like dodging incoming projectiles and stuff like that. This seems to be free roam, so in these types of Warzone missions you can really go wherever you want in the map and then take out the different enemies. I don't think we've seen this scientist kind of enemy yet. And then we also got a close-up of all the heroes, and I really love this finisher from Ms. Marvel, waving to the guy she just sends flying. Really cool. And then we got Thor and Iron Man fighting this big spider robot that we had to kill for this mission, and they're both like in the air again. I think these boss fights could be really cool, also depending on the characters, because of course Black Widow has to just stay on the ground and hit the robot that way. And let's hope that this robot spider tank is not like one of the only boss type of enemies that we have to fight, because we've seen them many times now and not really any other enemies. So we had of course the Ant-Man footage where we saw all these spiders coming out of the sky, so hopefully there are more enemies too, because it would suck if you just have to kill this spider over and over again. In between the missions, we will be customizing our character, and we actually got a good look at a ton of different outfits for Iron Man, like even Iron Man in the process of making his suit. Really awesome. There seem to be rare and legendary suits, maybe even epic suits too, because the original Sin armor is a legendary armor, and that looks indeed very cool. We got the Star Boost armor that we saw in the Iron Man 3 movie, the prototype suits, and of course the iconic armor that you actually start the game with. And they really make it clear in the description that this outfit is just cosmetic and that it just changes the appearance. It does not impact the gameplay. Also worth noting is there are emotes and nameplates that you can unlock. Maybe that Ms. Marvel waving was an emote, although it looked like a cool finisher. Either way, we will find out at one point. And also good to note is that while there will be outfits, emotes and nameplates that you will get inside the game, there are also ones that you can only buy via the microtransactions. And this is very likely the microtransaction currency next to the other currency that you likely get by playing the game. We of course know that all the new characters and regions will be free post-launch, so they want to make extra money via the microtransactions. I just hope that there will be a good balance, like that there are still a ton of awesome outfits that we can get by just playing the game. Wonder what the nameplates will look like? Well, we see it in the gear section, where we also see the level of our character and the power level. So the gear score very likely based on the 4 gear items that you have equipped. Yes, all the RPG rarities are here. These gloves are green and have a chance on a headshot to trigger an explosion, AoE burst. You can dismantle these gear pieces or unlock a perk, because seems like some of the higher rarity gear has an extra perk that you first need to unlock before you can use it. And you very likely do that with the enormous amount of resources. Like, this is way too overwhelming in my opinion, and unnecessary to have so many resources. I count 10. So we got melee, ranged and armor plates, and while this one is hard to read, it says after perfect parrying, it creates an AoE burst that pushes back nearby enemies. And we got heroic gear, and that seems to be more defensive, with effects based on taking damage. But that is just one way to customize the gameplay. We also got skills that in the primary section already have 4 skill lines, and then there are 3 other tabs too. They show laser sweep in this example. That is actually a heavy attack you can do after pressing the heavy attack button 3 times. You can upgrade it with laser sight, that you see like the effect below is just great to stun the enemy. They show the specialty tab too, and this is focused on the 3 special abilities that we see in the bottom of the screen while playing, and you can customize them even more. Here they look at the Smart Rockets Ultimate for Iron Man, and the Assault Heroic is the Uni Beam. So I'm curious how you can upgrade that. Seems like that maybe this is a faster recharge time, so you can use this ability more often, because after you use them, they are on a cooldown. I'm really happy they are showing stuff like this right now, because since the reveal, it has been unclear what this game is for many people. Like, I saw this footage already behind closed doors, and I've been trying to explain it to you, but it of course works way better if I could show you the footage as well as we just did. Now you got a way better idea, I think, of what this game will be. And they're still half a year away from the May 15th release, and I'm sure they will be listening to feedback after releasing this trailer. Like, they already did that with the looks from the heroes that are now way different compared to the reveal trailer. I would say get rid of the 10 resources and make it 4 max or anything, because 10 is just not needed. Why do that? It makes it way too complicated. The UI will likely also change, as they already noted on the bottom of the screen. Let me know what you think of the new trailer in the comments down below, and totally subscribe for everything on Marvel's Avengers. I will keep you up to date on all the news, and of course, around the launch and after that, I will have a ton of tips and tricks and keep you up to date on all the updates and stuff like that. I really can't wait. For now though, check out my previous video on the Ms. Marvel reveal, and I will speak to you next time. Goodbye!